Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm so excited you're here to join me in Brindleton Bay today as I build a live-in vet clinic. Unfortunately, unless you are doing a workaround, you can't exactly live in a non-residential lot. But if you want to look up a mod that allows you to, you can always look up LittleMsSams live-in business mod. From what I've seen, it's a wonderful mod. I haven't personally played it because I don't really play with mods in my game, but I have seen other content creators use it, and it looks super duper fun. However, today we are in, like I said, Brindleton Bay in Sable Square on the Brindleton Hospital lot, so like the vet clinic that already comes naturally with Brindleton Bay. It's a 40 by 30, and then I put the hospital, I put the vet clinic on the bottom half, and then the top half is a residential. So it is 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and it comes out to 141,773 simoleons on the gallery. This was so much fun to build. I've never built a vet clinic before, let alone a live-in anything, to be quite honest. But I really enjoyed it, and I really hope you like it too. And yeah, I hope you all had a very safe and fun holiday. I know I did. I got to spoil my kids, and I got plenty spoiled myself. So yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed the season. It is a rainy, cold December day here where I am, and just cozy inside. I love it. Yeah, we're just working on the roofing now, and just getting kind of like the general shape of the build. The roofing with this was actually pretty tricky, and it's only because of like the little bump outs in the front of the build, not so much like everything else. I wanted to do these pretty little rounded pieces on the roof because it kind of reflects some of the buildings around in the back, and I thought it looked really cute and like northeastern, I suppose, and that's kind of where Brindleton Bay is like modeled after, is the northeast, so of the US, I mean. And I don't know, I just really liked the way it came out, and I'm adding a little chimney on the side there, and I'm having fun. Actually, I had a lot of fun with these windows. I did something a little bit different in the front here on the left at this bump out than I like typically do. You'll see in a minute, but I actually layered a few different kinds of windows, and these windows actually are from Cats and Dogs too. But yeah, I liked making this build because it wasn't like a typical shape for me either, and I just hope you guys enjoy it. I think I'm going to start layering the windows here in just a moment. Oh nope, guess we're doing papers, but it's been a minute since I actually built this. I built this before this last Christmas week. That week is just so busy, so I didn't, want to post anything, but here it goes. I'm layering these windows here, and they kind of looked like little snowflakes, and I thought it was cute. And just a little bit different, adds a little bit of spice to like the average windows, because I use a lot of Cats and Dogs windows because I like the way that they look. They look really I want to say the word normal without saying the word normal, but they look really normal. And I come in here and I use brick, and then I'm going to use some sliding, also comes from Cats and Dogs, and I didn't realize it until the end when I was taking screenshots, but I totally used like the opposites on these bump outs. So on the top floor I used brick in the bump out, and on the bottom floor I used sliding in the bump out. I didn't realize I did that till well after, but here I am like using these really, really tricky roof pieces. It's hit or miss in The Sims 4 for me when it comes to roofing, because like a lot of the times it is not super difficult to get the vision I have worked out, and then other times it's just like it's like an uphill battle in the snow, both ways, no shoes, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know, I like how it came out though. I think in the end it looks nice. There's a little bit you have to ignore, but it's because like it kept cutting into the upper floor. I'll describe that more as we get to the upper floor, but right now I'm just kind of adding some decor on the roof pieces, getting the outside of the house kind of like situated. I really loved how this little thing looked, and it has like a I think it's a dog. I'm pretty sure it's a dog on it, and it's like one of those ones that spin in the wind. And I thought it was really cute and like kind of fitting, and it also matches like the architecture in the city around, so I wanted to include it. And yeah, I think that this house, like, it looks more like a house than a vet clinic, but I really like that. And then I did an open porch back here on the top floor that I thought looked really cool. Instead of covering it, I just kind of left it all open. Just because I thought like it was a little bit unique to what I usually do, and I don't think it's unheard of either. I've seen a couple homes where I live. I'm sure in like the Northeast US there's also homes with it too, but like, yeah, I really like enjoyed how it all came out, because it doesn't look very 2D. Like, it looks very, like, it's not very square, you know what I mean? It's just an accumulation of squares instead of it just being like one square. Yeah. Here we go, just finishing decorating. I got one of those. I think it's odd that cats and dogs didn't come with that like traditional rooster wind thing. You know what I'm talking about? On like a lot of farmhouses have it, or like stereotypical farmhouses have it anyways. Like, you put a little crow and then you can see which way the wind's blowing. I got these fences from Debug, and I thought that they looked super cute. It wasn't until like, I don't know, when I was putting down like the shrubbery that's gonna go behind it, that I realized that it's actually not made out of wood but metal. But we're just gonna ignore that and pretend it's made out of wood, because that kind of fits the aesthetic a little bit better than having it be like an iron fence. Either way, I think it came out super duper cute. And yeah, I'm just running through the debug menu right now. I'm gonna pull out some plants and some other decor to like decorate the outside, which I don't typically do the outside before I do the inside, but I absolutely did this time. I don't know why, it just kind of worked out that way. And as I decorated the outside, I kind of realized that moment is when I realized, oh, these are like wrought iron. They're not just like white wood, you know, stereotypical picket fence. It's actually it's wrought iron. That's fine though. It looks cute. It's aesthetic, whatever. But I decided kind of like this backyard, like the yard in the back, not the back. I don't want to call it the backyard because like it technically is, but it's not. It doesn't have anything in it. I figure like that's where the people who are taking their dogs to the vet, or you know, cats or whatever, can let them kind of like run around a little bit if they need to. Maybe it's like kind of open up to the public, so like even if you're just in like the neighborhood, you can just let your dogs kind of like free range back there for a little while. I don't typically play with cats and dogs because they get sick so often. It's kind of annoying, but I do like, I don't know, I really like the option of having them, because like it's very realistic, and it would be like very, I don't know, unsims, if that makes sense, if they didn't have it. But I use this plain brown wood in the back, and then I kind of leave this half of the build open so you can like walk around towards the back of the build. And I'm just using, like I said, debug to decorate the landscaping, and we'll go into some landscaping paint in a little while and figure that out. I put these little planters out here in the front. I thought they looked really cute, and like I like the way that it looks like maybe the city put them there instead of like the owner of the property, because it's kind of more on the city side of the fence, and I like that kind of idea. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get through a full 40 minutes of this, but we'll just keep on trucking. Here I'm going in with the terrain paint, just to kind of give it more depth. That's something I really do like about like terrain paint, honestly. The weird thing about Brindleton Bay is this like the default grass too, because it's like the spray grass, it's just so oddly long. You wow, that was a good stutter. You can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Like, it looks like when you would walk in it, it would kind of like swish around your feet, and then you put dirt on it. It's weird. I'm not a huge fan of like the default grass here, but who am I to judge grass? Yeah, and here I am just kind of like placing planters and some flowers and just kind of like getting the aesthetic out. I'm going to throw down some benches eventually out there, just as like kind of like a waiting area. And then here I am trying to like figure out the floor plan. I was initially going to make those like 2 bathrooms, but I've decided against it. I do have a bathroom in there, but it doesn't come out. It doesn't go like where I planned on it going. But yeah, this floor plan was a little bit tricky, but I think it came out like it worked out. It worked out really nice, I think. And yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think of the comments below. And before I forget, because I am very good at forgetting this, you know, like the video if you like it, comment if you want to tell me something, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. My goal is to post twice a week on Wednesdays and Fridays for the time being, because my schedule is about to get very crazy as my son goes to preschool, but we will keep on trucking. That's kind of the plan, but let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to follow me on the gallery, it's the same as my YouTube channel, so it's Ravynthesimmer, same as Twitter, same as Instagram. You can find me all there with those, but here it is. I placed a nice little fireplace down in the lobby area, and I thought it was kind of nice. Brindleton Bay in the wintertime, if you have seasons, gets very snowy very quick. So I thought it was kind of like, I thought it would be kind of nice to have like a nice warm fire going in the vet clinic while your guests wait for their pet checkups and stuff. But here I am just kind of figuring out the rest of the floor plan. I put everything in here, like all of the requirements, because like there's some that are optional and then there's some that you need, and I made sure to get everything. So yeah, like the surgery station, medicine crafting table, and medicine vending machine you don't need, but I did put it. I put also like a ton of other vending machines. But here I am just kind of making the sign for the outside, and then I don't know, just sizing things up, putting some vending machines out. This is the pet vending machine. I end up going with this like blue and white theme kind of for the whole shebang, and I use nicer equipment instead of the stuff that looks like it's secondhand, just because I wanted it to look nice, you know what I mean? And like if you're gonna buy the lot, like if you're gonna play the game and, you know, save up the money for the lot, it better be nice, you know what I mean? But yeah, it took me maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 days to build this whole thing. But I am really satisfied with how it came out, and I hope you like it as well. I'm just kind of decorating around. It was because this is my first vet, I didn't like stay put very well in this build. I kind of like decorated, like instead of doing it one room at a time, I kind of did like several places all at once, which I know is a little bit frustrating when it comes to like looking. I'm looking like watching these, but you just have to bear with me here. I figured like this would be the best time to use these feathers that you can collect with cats and dogs, which I didn't know about until just recently, actually. But yeah, I'm gonna throw up some lighting here. A lot of the majority of the things I've used have actually come from the cats and dogs kit. Oh my goodness, expansion pack. It's not a kit. It is far more expensive than that. But yeah, I use these side panelings. I thought that looked nice. If you can hear my kids screaming in the background, I apologize. There's not much I can do about that. They're kids. And I have to do this during the day today instead of during the night. But that's alright. Like I said, keep on trucking. And I don't know how that happened, but I placed like 4 different, I want to call them poles. The words are just escaping my brain today. I don't know what's going on, but I placed like 4 different ones in that corner. That's so weird. I don't know how that happened, but I figured it out, and it lessened the lot value, not by much, but by a little bit, I suppose. I wanted there to be like, I know you don't really need to have a check-in lady I don't know why I said lady. It could be any gender. A check-in person. What are those people called? I don't remember. I know that like you don't need one in this because you have these little kiosks that you check yourself into. But I just thought it would look, you know, aesthetic, like a normal vet clinic would be, because you would have those kinds of people just hanging out. This is not exactly how it stays. I removed 2 of these counters and actually put a desk down, as I do right now. And I thought that desk from the high school pack really, really blended well with like the countertop I chose. So I kept it, and then, yeah, I'm just kind of like decorating. You know what I didn't put in this? A mailbox, which I don't, if you put I'm pretty sure if you use a mod, you're going to need the mailbox. But like, you don't have to put a mailbox in on the vet clinic if you are just gonna kind of like, do the workaround where you like buy the lot and you just like never leave and you keep all of your Sims on that lot and you just never leave. Because like the mail won't get delivered to this lot, it'll get delivered to your other place. So you'd have to, you know, check that other place's mail every once in a while just to make sure you're getting everything that you need. But yeah, I thought adding these like fish tanks and this fish tank table thing that came from the toddler stuff pack was really cute and very waiting room, and then having a little TV above the fish tank so that when you're waiting you can watch TV. I thought that was very, very normal. And then I kind of just start like cluttering it up. I put magazines on the table, I add some like a plant on there, a tissue box on the table later. I start cluttering like the check-in area with like files and a filing cabinet I'm placing now, and like, I don't know, I try to make it look very realistic to what like a vet clinic would have in it. I've never been able to find a more suited place to use that like the sculpture object that's like a bucket of horns. So I put it here, which, kind of thinking about it now, probably putting it in an animal lover's house or like building, probably not the best, but maybe it's not actually like antlers and it's sticks. I don't know. What do you think? Antlers or sticks? Should I read the description later and come to the conclusion myself? Yeah, but oh well. I'll have to do that on another day. I wanted to try to make this bathroom like a 2-use bathroom, so it's not just like a toilet, but I couldn't get it to fit in the space, and I don't know, it seems fitting. It's not like unheard of for a lobby to not have like a multiple use restroom. But here I am just cluttering up using kind of like very, what is the word I want to use? I don't know what. When I was building this, I also noticed that I just couldn't find anything I was looking for, despite playing this game for, when did it come out? Like 8 years ago? For 8 years? Like, I couldn't find the things I was looking for either. So I think it's a winter slowdown. I don't know if it's just me, but like my brain kind of goes to mush in the winter, and I think it has something to do with the fact that we don't get as much sunshine. So like, maybe it's like a vitamin D, like, I don't know, wane. I need to get some more vitamin D. But yeah, I'm just kind of cluttering up, adding some sculptures, some paintings, some like very animal kind of like centered ones. I hung these posters up everywhere, the adoption ones, because I figured like if we have, I don't know, it just seems like something like that would have is like several like, hey, propaganda, go adopt a cat or a pet. Like, it feels very well suited for the space. However, yeah, I'm just kind of cluttering up this is the exam room, so this is where your pet would go get examined. And I thought this little corner chair was cute. That's where like the pet parent would go and sit down and wait, like watch their pet get examined, you know? And then in here is kind of like the break room / office area. So we have like a mini fridge and a microwave, a coffee machine, one counter's free so you can like prepare food. And then just like, this is like where the vet owner kind of does their paperwork, and I cluttered it up with like just normal stuff that you would see, like a water bottle, a coffee mug, a little plant thingy made by their child. I thought that was kind of a nice touch. A bookshelf that's functional. And then, yep, I put a little tables, chairs in there so that they can eat their lunch on their lunch break. And yeah, I'm going to just add a couple of like photos. I end up switching this little photo collage of the pets out for diplomas instead. I thought that was kind of realistic. Adding some more filing cabinets and like office clutter. You can get all of this with the Get to Work pack. This is where most of this comes in. And I do eventually add the waste disposal. It's just not towards the end, and then I kind of like throw one in every room. But yeah, I really like, I don't know, I like the realistic office clutter. I think that looks nice. And then I just kind of like put these, like, this is like the surgery area, so I figured this is probably where they would keep their x-rays. And yeah, we're kind of moving on to, oh no, we're just gonna clutter this up a little bit. Yeah, I added these little plants because I figured like greenery in every room, right? Let's see, just adding the curtains in here, and then I'm gonna start decorating this hallway. I figure in my head, like, taking the pet to the vet for like a child is kind of like a scarier experience, because it's like going to the doctor, but for your animal, you know what I mean? For kids, it's kind of like, it's a little spooky. So I added these little paw prints all over the border of the wall, so like maybe in like the animal decals, so maybe it kind of like cheers them up, you know. It's like, it looks a little bit happier than like just plain white walls, and I thought that it came out really cute. I try to give like a little bit of personality to the decals. These decals come with my first pet stuff too, I'm pretty certain, which is a stuff kit. And then we're in the medical room. This is where you would make like the medicines and stuff for the animals. I added like just like science stuff. A lot of it came from university and the Strangerville pack. And then yeah, I mean, there's not much you could do in here. I added a couple plants. I had a trash bin later, cover up the walls with like, or the windows with those blinds that I sized down from Get to Work. I'm pretty sure that's the pack that came from. Add some filing cabinets and like some rugs. So those are kind of look like the non-slip rugs too, which I thought was kind of well-fitting. I wasn't quite sure what to hang up in this area either, but I do decide on like 2 posters. You know, another adopted cat, and then I put this one of a llama, and it wasn't until later that I realized like that's just section out llama meat and is probably in bad taste. But that's there. We'll call it an Easter egg. Yep, I didn't size these blinds down because I figured if there's gonna be a dark room, it's gonna be the room where they have x-rays, right? So I just kind of clutter up this area, add another computer, a little bookshelf, some files on the table, just to kind of like make it look like someone comes to work here every single day, and like this is kind of like where they left off working, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna add these trash cans. I'm gonna do a once over. I might add a couple more things as we go, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of the end of that. Yep, we're gonna work on the upstairs now. Like I said, we're just gonna have to ignore the gaps around the windows, because it just, no matter what I did, it was just peeking through. And I swear I edited like, it must have been like 25 minutes of like roof like placing and trying to fidget and everything, and trying to like, you'll see here I tried covering it up with the couches, and then that didn't work, so I tried using like these console tables to cover it up, and that didn't work because they weren't big enough, where I was just like, we're just gonna have to make them shorter. Like, we're gonna have to leave these spaces. So we're just gonna be pals, and we're gonna ignore those like weird little niches on either side of the bump outs. We're just gonna ignore them because they're not there, because it's not a big deal. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, we're just gonna pretend that it's not happening until I figure it out some other way someday. I'm just messing with the floor plan now. I end up just moving these windows around, adding a bathroom here in the middle, then 2 the same size bedrooms, and then I got an air quote hallway. I only call it like an air quote hallway because it's just a 2x2. But yeah, I kind of left this floor plan like super open, and I really liked it. I did suit this house to host a set of parents and then a child girl. By that, I think it's base game. It might not be base game, I might be lying, but I think it's a base game door that you have like, you can like pick, there's like 3 or 4 different swatches, and it's like, one is very obviously feminine, then there's one that's more masculine, and one that's kind of neutral. So yeah, and then I'm just gonna, lately I've just been painting the walls all white, and then adding accent walls where I see fit, or changing the color later. Kind of helps like my brain piece things together a little bit better. And then I've got like the living area over here, the dining area is to there, the kitchen, and the kitchen is in that very tiled area of the, very tiled corner. I add a big old sectional here because I felt like that's what fit the space the best, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I really love these window seats too. There's one here in the dining room and one in the master bedroom. I just enjoyed it. I thought it looked really cute. I'm working on the dining room here. I kind of went with like a brown, beige, and white kind of color scheme with this lighter wood. I kind of went with like the color scheme of that bay window seat. And then I thought this console table from the Snowy Escape. There we go. I was gonna call it this. I don't know why I kept saying Sand My Shoe. No, that's not even the right. It's not even correlated. But the Snowy Escape pack was really, really pretty with the cherry blossoms on it. I'm over here, kind of decorating the living room up a little bit, kind of getting the space figured out. I really, really wanted to put like a reading nook in here. So that's kind of what I did. It's kind of like a little child's area reading nook. I put a toy bin next to it and thought like, okay, maybe this is kind of like where the daughter will come and hang out and have kind of like her reading time or quiet activities and like play toys and stuff, and still be able to be part of like the family atmosphere. Kind of throw some like reading-esque poster frames and stuff. And yeah, I like how it came out. I think it's super cute. And I imagine like the curtains don't get pulled over the staircase because then you'd have to dangle over them to pull them. So I left them like flat down on both sides. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of plant up this area here in the dining room and call that good. I thought this beige background leaf wallpaper thing looked like the best for that color scheme in the area, and I end up putting it both on this wall and the wall in like the living area, and I really like how that came out. I'm gonna start working on the kitchen here. I really liked the idea of having these like island pieces poking out. You can add bar stool chairs if you'd like to. I decided to not. I didn't want to get the area too, like cluttered, and then I thought the chairs would kind of prove to do that, like over clutter it. I'm adding these outdoor bins so you can throw away all of your trash. But yeah, I decided to change up the color scheme of the living room a little bit better, a little bit darker. That's what I meant to say. And I went with the old handy dandy Snowy Escape coffee table because I just love that one. I love the swatch. I love like how like the wood texture. Just the texture on it is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I imagined if they're gonna own a vet clinic, they're gonna have a pet. I figured it was gonna be a dog, and I liked the idea that they have like, like families who say like the dog's not allowed on the couch. They're the opposite of that. The dog is entirely allowed on the couch and all of the beds, and it's like free range. I thought that was kind of a cute idea, and I'm just going to decorate this kitchen up with some clutter. Kind of make it lived in. Dishwasher, which is hilarious. I forget, like, dishwashers kind of exist, even though, like, my dishwasher is my best friend. In real life, I went, like, 3, almost 4 years without a dishwasher, and, like, I have one now, and it's like changed my life. And it's made like cleaning up and everything so much easier. And like you don't need it, but oh my god, when it is there, it doesn't help. So I think it's kind of funny that I forget to place them in my build so often, as much as I love my own. But yeah, we're just kind of cluttering up the kitchen, making it look like a little lived in. I did kind of keep it mostly clean in here, though. I didn't like go overboard with the clutter in here. Because I don't know, I think like their focus mostly would be in the vet clinic, you know what I mean? I say that a lot, you know what I mean? Maybe I should do a counter on that later. See how many times I see if you relate to me. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that this house came out super duper cute, and like it's very kind of like updated up here. It's not very like, it's like it looks like it was recently renovated, since it's got such like modern tiles in the kitchen and like the countertops and everything like that. The wood looks great. The wood flooring and the rest of the build. But yeah, we're gonna pick out some lighting here. I really thought these wall sconces were really cute and fit the aesthetic of the build. And then, yeah, these drop lights, I don't really know what to call those, but I use them all the time, specifically in my kitchen or my dining area, just because I think it's cute. I don't know. But I'm adding some kind of like lamps up here, kind of just brighten up the area just a little bit more in this corner. And that should be it. I'm going to put a picture over here on the staircase. It's going to be of like the fisherman, I think, or like, oh, okay, I used the ships at sea. I couldn't remember if it was that one or like the old man fisherman. And then I'm just going to kind of like start on the master bedroom, which I really like how I used this wallpaper and then this like paint color that like really suited, like it reflects the colors in that wallpaper really well, and I was really happy with that choice. And the rest of this bedroom kind of just flew together really easily. I think it must, maybe not my last video, but the video previous to that, maybe it was 2 videos ago, when I was working on the manufactured home, I kind of commented about how I don't usually do darker themed master bedrooms, and here I am back at it. I really, really enjoyed the way that this actually all came out and came together. I thought it came out like super like luxurious almost. I figured they work hard all day in their vet clinic. Why not, you know, kind of like splendor in the bedroom a little bit and have like a comfy bed and like just nicer objects. Yeah, I'm just gonna add like a rug, some table lamps, I think probably a plant or 2 in here, and then I'll start working on the bathroom, which comes together really quick, as all bathrooms do in my opinion, just because, I mean, it's a bathroom, there's not much, you know what I mean, there's not like, I really do need to like challenge myself to do a better bathroom. I really have also been enjoying adding ceiling fans to these builds, just because I think it's a touch of realism and a bit of decor that like kind of gets overlooked in most of my other builds. So I'm glad like I've started like really implementing them. But yeah, I'm just gonna add a plant here and then we'll move on to the bathroom. Yeah. I'm going plant shopping. Kind of lost my train of thought. I apologize for that, but we are just gonna finish this up and move on to the bathroom, like I said, for the 3rd time. And I didn't include a tub into this bathroom. I didn't think it was that big of a deal because you don't really need a tub unless you have toddlers anyhow. But it kind of came out a lot neater, like a lot more clean looking than I was expecting it to. Not like that's a bad thing by any means, but yeah, I just kind of add like toilet, sink, shower. I was about to say shub, but that's not a shub, shower tub. That's just a stand-up shower. And I mean, like, I really don't know what to say about bathrooms. They're so just 2D, you know what I mean? They're just bathrooms. You can't really throw that much personality in them. But like, I don't know. I like it. What would you like to see out of bathrooms? Is there anything I could be doing differently? Just let me know in the comments below. I mean, that would help me out. That'd be kind of cool. But here I am. I'm going to start on like little girl's bedroom. I figured she's also an animal lover, much like her folks who own the vet clinic, obviously downstairs. That's kind of her personality, I guess. But I'm going to leave it here for you guys. Just decorating a little girl's bedroom. I did put a stuffy pile because I thought it was really cute. I put a little stuffy pile on the left of the rodent. What is that thing? I want to say cage. Is that the right word? Rodent cage? I think it's a hedgehog, but I cannot actually recall what I put in there. But yeah, other than that stuffy pile, and then I put like a little bit of clutter in here, a little bit of mess. I think this little girl is very artistic, so I kind of leaned into that a little bit. We're gonna decorate the porch, and I put like the flower arranging table. That's what the word is. The flower arranging table, some pots and plants. I put the little like tent thing, a dollhouse that came from the little camper's kit because I think it's super duper cute, and a picnic table and a grill, and then that'll finish up the build and go on to screenshots. But thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. I hope you had a great holiday weekend, and I hope you have a continued great rest of the year as we are finishing this up, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.